All right, so we're diving deep today. Ready?
I'm ready.
Awesome. We're taking on artificial intelligence
Yeah.
and how it's going to, impact humanity.
Right. Big topic.
Huge. We've got tons of research articles,
Oh, wow.
even some quotes, directly from leading tech people. So,
Okay.
yeah, a lot to get through.
It's a fast-moving target, though, isn't it? I mean,
It is. And that's why I think this is, a really good time to do this deep dive.
definitely.
So we're not just here to figure out what AI can do. I mean, it's doing some pretty amazing stuff already.
It is, yeah.
But, what it means for all of us.
Exactly.
For society,
Yeah.
right?
Big picture stuff.
Yeah, like the good, the bad, the whole picture,
Mm.
and what the future might look like, when we're sharing the world with AI.
Sharing is the right word. It's here.
It is here,
It is, and it's not going anywhere.
not going anywhere.
So we better understand it.
We better understand it. And these sources we've been looking at, they're both kind of exciting and a little bit scary, to be honest.
I agree with that, yeah. A lot of potential, but some things to be cautious about.
For sure. So let's start with the good stuff, right? The positives. AI is already doing some incredible things. What are some of the things that stand out to you?
Well, I mean, the sheer power of it, right?
Mm.
Solving these incredibly complex problems, things that, humans have been struggling with for years,
Yeah.
decades
Oh,
even.
wow.
So we're talking things like drug discovery, right?
Okay, yeah.
Optimizing logistics on a global scale,
Wow.
even predicting natural disasters.
Like way, way, way better than we could before.
Yeah, the accuracy is amazing.
So AI could actually help us solve some of the biggest problems facing humanity.
So it's a real possibility.
So it's not all like the doomsday scenarios you see in the headlines sometimes.
Yeah, it's easy to get caught up in the fear, but
Right.
there's huge potential for good here.
Yeah.
One of the studies we looked at, it talked about how AI is being used to analyze climate patterns,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
And
right.
it could predict which areas are going to be hardest by drought.
So we can actually prepare better.
Exactly. We can allocate resources more effectively,
Wow.
really try to mitigate the impacts of climate change.
That's a really great example of AI being used for good.
For the benefit of everyone, really.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously there are some concerns, right? I mean, even super smart guys like Elon Musk, right? He's warned about this, like AI arms race,
Yeah.
where countries are competing to develop more and more powerful AI.
And it's a valid concern, I think.
So what's he worried about? Is he worried about,
Well, his biggest worry is unintended consequences, right?
Okay.
That this kind of unchecked development could lead to something catastrophic.
Okay.
Imagine a scenario where countries are using AI to run their weapon systems.
Okay, yeah.
And these systems are making decisions
On their own.
on their own in the heat of battle.
Without any human, oversight.
It's a recipe for disaster. The risk of escalation,
Yeah.
unintended conflict. It's very real.
That is a chilling thought. I mean, so it seems like, with the technology this powerful, we need to be really, really careful.
Absolutely. Careful and thoughtful about how we develop it, how we implement it.
Yeah.
I mean, the potential for misuse is huge.
Yeah.
But even beyond that, right, there's this fear that AI could just become too smart,
Too smart for us.
smarter than us, to the point where we can't control it.
Okay, so the robots taking over kind of thing.
Yeah, that's the idea behind the singularity, right?
The singularity.
It's
Yeah.
hypothetical point where AI surpasses human intelligence.
Okay.
And then it can start improving itself. And it just leaves us in the dust.
I mean, I feel like that's been a big theme in science fiction for years.
It's decades.
Is there any evidence to think that could actually happen?
Well, I mean, true superintelligence, that's still theoretical.
Okay.
But the pace of development, it's just incredible how fast it's moving.
Yeah.
And some experts, they do think we could see some really major advancements, in the next few decades.
That's not that far away.
Not that far away.
Mhm.
That could bring us much closer to that point.
Okay, so we're not just talking about AI taking our jobs. We're
Mhm.
talking about it fundamentally reshaping the world,
Everything.
our place in it.
Yeah.
Maybe even how we understand what it means to be human.
It's a huge question, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, what does it mean to be human in a world where machines are potentially more intelligent than us.
Wow.
I think that's the kind of thinking we need to be doing right now.
Yeah.
It's not about being afraid of AI. It's about understanding it,
Okay.
navigating its development.
Carefully.
Responsibly.
I think that's a really important point. We can't just ignore the potential problems.
No, we can't bury our heads in the sand.
But we also can't let fear, stop us from exploring the potential benefits.
Right. There's a balance to be struck.
There is a balance.
And that brings us to another big part of this, right? This whole question of AI and the workforce.
Okay, yeah.
The future of work.
The future of work.
I mean, it's a huge issue.
Yeah.
And it's one it's already affecting people's lives.
It is.
And it's only going to become more and more significant in the years to come.
Yeah, so we've been talking about how AI could really reshape the world, right? In good ways and maybe some not so good ways?
Yeah, a lot of potential, but also a lot of uncertainty.
Definitely. And one of the places where we're already seeing that impact is in the workforce.
Right. I mean, it's the question everyone's asking, isn't it?
Yeah.
What happens to jobs when machines can do everything?
Right, exactly. Are we all going to be out of work?
Well, it's not that simple. I mean, it's not just a case of robots taking over.
Okay.
But it is changing things. It's automating a lot of tasks that humans used to do.
Yeah.
So the real question is, what does that mean for the future of work?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping we can kind of unpack here. I mean, some of what we've read paints a pretty bleak picture.
Yeah, there are some dire predictions out there.
Like widespread job losses.
Across all sorts of industries.
Yeah, so it's not just like factory workers or something.
No. White-collar jobs, too.
Really?
Definitely. Anything that involves a lot of routine, a lot of data processing, that's ripe for automation.
So it's not as simple as like humans versus machines?
No, it's more complicated than that.
Okay.
I think a lot of experts believe that the future of work is actually about humans and AI working together.
Okay, so collaboration.
Yeah, more like AI augmenting our capabilities,
Okay.
helping us to be more efficient, more productive.
So we can focus on the things that humans are really good at.
Exactly.
So what are those things? What are those kind of uniquely human skills?
Well, creativity, for one.
Okay.
Critical thinking.
Yeah.
Problem solving, the really complex stuff. Emotional intelligence.
Okay.
These are all areas where AI still has a long way to go.
Right.
So jobs that require those skills, those are going to be in high demand.
So it's not just about like learning to code or something.
It's about developing those human skills, the ones that machines can't replicate.
Okay, that makes sense. But even if there are new jobs being created, there's still this worry about a skills gap, right?
Absolutely. That's a huge challenge.
Like what happens to all the people whose jobs do get displaced by AI?
Yeah. How do they transition?
How do they learn these new skills?
It's a big question. And it's one that, governments, educators, they need to be thinking about very seriously.
Yeah, because we need to be proactive about this.
We can't just wait for it to happen.
So we need to invest in training programs, education.
Absolutely. Programs that help people develop the skills they need for this new economy.
So it's not just about mitigating job losses.
It's about equipping people for success.
Yeah, in this new world.
And it's not just on individuals, right? Companies have a role to play here too.
Okay, how so?
Investing in their employees, providing opportunities for retraining, upskilling.
So they can stay relevant.
Stay competitive. Yeah.
So yeah, there are definitely challenges ahead, right, when it comes to AI and work.
For sure. It's a big transition.
But it doesn't have to be all doom and gloom.
No, I think there's also potential for AI to create new opportunities.
Yeah, like new industries, new ways of working that we can't even imagine yet.
Absolutely. And if we're smart about it, if we approach this transition thoughtfully, proactively, we can use AI to create a future of work that's better for everyone.
That's a good point. So we've covered a lot of ground here. We talked about AI's capabilities, the potential dangers, the impact on work.
Yeah, we barely scratched the surface, really.
I know, right? But before we wrap up this deep dive, there's one more really interesting aspect of AI I want to get into.
Oh, I think I know where you're going with this.
Do you?
The whole question of AI and creativity.
You read my mind. I mean, we've seen AI create art, music, even write poetry.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It is, but can we really call that creativity?
Right. Is it just really good mimicry?
Or is it something more? Yeah, it's really kind of blurring the lines, isn't it?
It is. Between human creativity and what AI can do, it's really fascinating.
Yeah. Like, we always thought creativity was this, uniquely human thing.
Right.
Like something algorithms couldn't replicate. But AI is really challenging that idea.
I mean, it's coming up with stuff that even experts are having trouble distinguishing from, human-created work.
Yeah, we've seen it. I mean, art, music, poetry, even scripts for movies.
It's pretty mind-blowing.
It is. It's almost like AI is like tapping into some hidden source of inspiration.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, where's it coming from?
Right. I mean, what does it even mean for a machine to be creative?
Yeah, that's the big question.
Is it just mimicking human patterns?
Or is there something more going on?
Yeah, is it actually creating something new?
It's a really tricky question to answer.
Yeah.
I mean, some people would say that even the most advanced AI, it's still just a tool.
Right.
It's reflecting the creativity of the humans who programmed it.
So it's like a really fancy paintbrush.
Exactly. It can produce incredible results.
Yeah.
But it's still the artist's vision that's guiding it.
Okay, that makes sense. But what about when AI comes up with something totally new?
Right.
Something we've never seen before.
Something that goes beyond what its programmers intended.
Yeah, like isn't that a kind of genuine creativity?
That's where it gets really interesting, right? Because some experts believe that as AI systems get more complex, more autonomous, they could actually develop their own forms of creativity.
Wow.
Independent of human influence.
So, like, not just mimicking, but actually creating.
It's a possibility that's both exciting and kind of scary.
Yeah.
It challenges everything we thought we knew about creativity and what it means to be human.
And it raises some pretty big questions, right? I mean, if AI can create art that moves us, music that makes us dance, stories that capture our imagination, does that mean that human creativity is somehow less special?
I don't think so. I think it's more about expanding our definition of creativity.
Okay.
Instead of seeing AI as a threat, maybe we could see it as a partner.
Okay.
A source of inspiration, a new way to explore creative possibility.
Like having a creative sparring partner.
Exactly. Pushing us to think differently, to go beyond what we thought was possible.
I like that. So as we kind of wrap up this deep dive into the world of AI, I don't know, I'm feeling kind of awestruck.
Yeah, it is pretty awe-inspiring.
But also a little bit uneasy.
I understand that.
I mean, we've seen how it can solve problems, how it can help us, how it can even challenge our ideas about creativity.
It's powerful stuff.
It is powerful.
Okay.
And I guess the big takeaway is that the future of AI is really up to us.
It is. It's a human responsibility.
We have to guide its development. We have to make sure it's used for good.
And make sure that it serves humanity.
Yeah, not the other way around.
Couldn't agree more. The choices we make now, they're going to have a huge impact on how AI evolves and what role it plays in our future.
So to everyone listening, stay informed, stay engaged, keep asking questions.
This conversation is just getting started.
It is, and we all need to be a part of it.
So until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible. The future is out there waiting for us to shape it.